Good evening, crafty friends. I thought I would give you a tour of my craft room this evening. So coming into the room here, you can see I have two 9-cube calyx units from IKEA stacked. On the bottom, I have all of my albums. Moving up, I have paper collection kits. I tend to store my collections together. So I like to have the embellishments and the paper that coordinate together. And I usually will put them in like zip top bags. So here's an entire Simple Stories collection. Here is my Bella Boulevard documented collection. Oh, sorry. Nope, that's the crafty collection. And then here's my documented. So I like to keep the collections together. So that's mainly what this row is. Moving up here, this is going to be paper kits, smaller collections, and paper pads. This middle section is specialty paper and, again, smaller collections. And then here is 12 by 12 cardstock. Moving up a shelf, this here's all my 6 by 6, and then in the back, I do have some more stored back here. These are the smaller, like AC cardstock and Project Life. And then this is just a whole package of, I think it's like 65-pound cardstock. These organizers here came from Scrapbook.com. And I believe they are the 6 by 6 organizers. And then these plastic ones and these tall ones here came from a store called Daiso, D-A-I-S-O. They did recently open one in Tulsa. I purchased these particular ones in Dallas last time I was down there. So I know that they're opening some more of those locations around the Midwest. So you may be able to find them. But that's this is all of my Stampin' Up, my 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I just have it in these plastic sleeves, and then it's labeled on the ends. Here I've got some card kits and page kits, and then some more card kits here that are creative memories. Moving up, I have these 6 bins. They have various things in them. The middle one here has ribbon. This one has yarn. That one in the top corner is like blank mini albums, chipboard mini albums. One of them has vinyl in it. So those are items that I don't use as frequently, but I still want to have close and in my craft room. Moving over here, I have 2 Alex units that I stacked also. And this has various, I have a drawer that has extra tools and trimmers in it. Moving down, there's more tools here. These are organized tool trays, my pliers, my heat gun, things that I don't use. I mean, I do use them regularly, but I don't need them like at my desk. I don't use them every time I craft. And then going down, there's more like distress ink pads, acrylic blocks, and things like that stored in the lower. Here on the top, I have all of my embossing folders and some of my larger die pockets. These are my 49 and Market dies. Here, my Stampin' Up collection. I don't do a lot of stamping. I enjoy it. I don't do a ton of it. So I keep a pretty limited collection. But these are my Stampin' Up stamps. I have some Cricut cartridges. I have an old school pink expression that was given to me by a dear friend who's like family. Her mother passed away and it was in her mother's collection. She gave it to me. So these are cartridges that I've collected to go along with that. I have more dies over here. You can see just various ones that I've collected. Some Stampin' Up. Here's a Spellbinders one. Coming up, just some projects, pics of my sweet little grandson. That's one of my youngest boys when he was a baby. An album that we completed at the Simple Stories retreat last year. And then I have some more projects up on the top that I've made. This here on the top is my stash of new items that I need to put away, and these were just some pieces I was playing with earlier today. Kind of getting ready to do my Christmas cards. So coming around the room, I have these 3 cabinets with the glass doors, and then I have these 3 lowers. These are also from IKEA, and they are the Bremnes collection. Inside here, there are adjustable glass shelves. This shelf here is the only stable shelf. It's not adjustable. But then you get, I believe it's 10 glass shelves. So you can adjust your shelves to fit the product that you have in there. So I have some more card kits, some Stampin' Up! Kits in there, various embellishments, and you'll see I have more embellishments down there on the bottom. That one's various adhesives and things, lots of thickers in there, my backup adhesive for my ATG, my twine, my clear scraps stash. I am on their design team, so that is my product that I'll be designing with for the next few months. Embossing powders and glitters, shaker fillers, and then I have some cards, washi, and card bases on the bottom. My old school rubber stamps in here. These are acrylic stamps. I know I said I don't stamp a lot. I'm a collector, you guys. So all of these are like polymer stamps, my Stamparatus, my planner, and my Bible journal there. And then this one over here, this one is very special to me. On the end, I have some items you'll see. These are all, these were my aunt's dolls. All of these pieces up here, that's a picture of my mom when she was younger. Here's another picture of my mom. That was a book that was hers when she was younger, my aunt's thimble collection that I was given. And these are all things that were my mom's that she had in her home. I lost my mom in 2013, so I love having all of these pieces that were hers and having her with me in my craft room. So this corner is very special. Going down, I've got my carousel with my ink pads in it. This is just a bag with various markers, blending brushes. Those are some extra albums down in the bottom. And then this here is like hot stones, hot fix, hot stones in this container. That's one of my Queen and Company kits. I like to keep the kits together, so I have all of the stuff that goes with them. And then, of course, punches down there in the bottom. I put those down there because obviously that basket's going to be very heavy, and that's the lowest point in the shelf that can hold the most weight. This here is my travel printer that I take with me when I go to crops. It's a Canon Selfie. And then this is the extra papers. So there you have it. There is part 1 of my craft room tour. In part 2, I will show you my desk and the Bremens lowers that are on the other half of the room. But here's just another quick snapshot of my upper cabinets. And I do have some other items up there, some finished projects and some other sentimental pieces. But there you go. And here's the view of that from the other side of the room. So I'll see you in part 2 for the rest of the tour.